Hello everyone, and welcome to the first gameplay video for ToeJam Earl 1 on the Sega Genesis. Please check out the useful link to a manual in the description of this video. Time to beat on this game is anywhere from 3 hours and 30 minutes to around 7 hours. Type of gameplay will be normal with save states, and I'm using Infinite Lives Game Genie code. We're not collecting anything special other than just the normal things in the game. So we'll look at the option menu real fast here before we start the game. So I'm just going to unpause and press start. Okay, so when you get to this screen, you can either play as just ToeJam or just Earl, or you can do the two-player mode where you play together with a friend. The main difference between ToeJam and Earl is I think Earl has a slightly larger health bar when you start the game. He may move a little slower as well. ToeJam has a smaller health bar, but he moves a little quicker, I think, because he has, an extra leg. So we're going to be playing as ToeJam. Now you can pick from a few things here. You have play new game, random world, and then you also have play new game, fixed world. So this game is kind of procedurally generated as far as the level layouts, where things are, enemies, so forth. So random world is kind of the intended way to play. But if you want to play fixed world, then each time you play this, everything will pretty much be the same every time. Then you can show the intro again that we've already watched. There's controller options. And here you have the standard mode. A for action, B for present list, C for map, and then there's a variation where A is now map, B is the present list still, and C is action. So it basically flips the action and map key. I'll be using standard. So before we start playing, you can pick this option called Jam Out. There's 6 different songs in the game. So if you pick one of these options, you'll have the song, or you can have nothing, no accompaniment, or just some kind of crazy sounds mixed in. So if you do no accompaniment, it brings you to this screen, and you can basically do these weird things where if you use the D-pad,
ToeJam, Big Earl, rap, jammin'.
so up, down, left, and right, the A button makes that sound, then the B button, and then the C button. I like his little dance. And then the start button. So you have 4 different sounds. And then you have these voice effects. You can mix things up. So it's just something for fun. You can't record anything that you're doing. You can just kind of play around. Hold start, and it'll take you back out. I'll show you Earl.
ToeJam, Big Earl, rap, jammin'.
So the same thing, just different animation slightly. It's funny. All right. So obviously if you pick those modes with music, then you'll have different music tracks accompanying what you're doing, and then crazy sounds. You can pick the songs with the start key. You can cycle through the 6 songs. So you just kind of get a variation on some different sound effects. Okay, so that's all the options. So we will start the random world here. We just get plopped right down here. Let me pause emulation for a moment. Check out my notes here. Okay, so I'll go over the controls with you here, and then I'll go over the HUD. So the D-pad is your move or select key. Start pauses the game. So let me pause emulation. So if you press start, it'll show the pause screen here. Your A button is a sneak key, a use presence key, and a confirm key. The B key opens and closes the presence list, and then the C key opens and closes the map. So I will show you what all that stuff does here. So here's our basic movement. There's also a diagonal movement, so you can move in diagonals. If you hold the A button down, ToeJam will sneak. There's some enemies that you can sneak past if they're like asleep. And then the B button brings up the presence list. If you press the C button, you can alternate between open and drop in case you want to get rid of it, because you can only hold so many in your list. And if you're playing 2-player, you can drop presents to give your friend. So the map key will change that from open to drop. The A key will use them. By default, you're given 4 what they call bonus high tops. It allows you to run for a limited period. The presents all only work for a limited amount of time. Once you use one, you'll see a little icon on the HUD activated for them, and it'll start blinking flashing and blinking really quickly, indicating it's getting ready to expire. So that's those movements. When we use the bonus high tops for speed, if you hold the A button down, instead of sneaking, you'll use the present and you'll run. Okay, and so the C button opens the map. You have pink tiles over the map until you walk over an area. So let's walk all the way up here. Now when we look, you can see we've uncovered another square. So you can open and close the map. If you press the A button when you're looking at the map, it shows you your ship, and it tells you no pieces on ToeJam's level. This will tell you if there is a piece to find on the level. And it also tells you 10 missing rocket ship pieces. So it lets us know how many are missing. And once we find them, they'll appear in that black silhouette. So yeah, press map to close, press map, press interact, and you'll see the ship. Anything else here? So yeah, start pauses. I think that's about it for controls. Make a quick save as well. So on the bottom it says ToeJam is a wiener. You get different statuses or status in this game as you level up. When you level up, you're given a longer health bar, which is that little gray rectangle underneath ToeJam. Oh, he fell asleep. It also acts as a swimming bar. Wake up. So you have to wiggle the direction key. So if you fall in the water here, see the bar is slowly going down. Once it expires, you lose a life. One of your lives, they're represented by the stars. We have 3 lives right now. So yeah, whenever you level up, you'll change status names. Poindexter's one of them. There's a few different ones. What else? Earl's on vacation because he is not playing with us. The 1 in the middle represents the level we're on. We're on level 1 out of 25. And you can see over there too, we have bucks. You can collect money, which you can use to identify presents that have question marks, purchase presents from mailboxes, pay to have your health refilled from wizards. I think they fill your health. And then points over there. You get points just from probably walking around and uncovering the map and doing different things. And when you hit a certain amount of points, that's what causes you to basically increase your level. And I think that is all I really have to cover here until we get further into the game here, which we will start doing now. So we have some presents here we can just pick up. You run over them and they'll appear in your list. Swim over here. So as I mentioned, in this game you can die. There are presents that you can get. You can open question mark presents at any time. Like you can see these here are question marked because they're not identified. They're unidentified. There's a carrot man NPC that you can talk to who will identify them for like a couple of bucks or something. but you can still open them, but you'll get random presents that you don't know what they are. So if we get a particular one called Total Bummer kills you immediately and you lose a life, which is not very fair. When you lose all your lives, you go back to the title screen. So that's why I'm using the Game Genie code to have infinite lives. So we're of no threat of dying. I'll actually show you a death here in the water. We'll drown on purpose. See what happens. We won't lose a hell of life. We still have all 3 stars. So you turn into a little angel ghost, and then you'll just respawn. Alright? So let's make our way over here. The elevators are what you use to move between the levels. So this will take us to level 2. There's a short loading transition between levels. And if we fall off of level 2, we'll fall back down to level 1 and we'll have to find this elevator again. This level's very small. We can't even get to these other pink squares. Am I going to cover this one up here? There we go. That's as far as we can go. But other levels are very large and have a lot of area to travel in. Let's go ahead and go in it. I'm going to make a quick save at each level we start at. Okay. Let's look at the map. Alright, so let me pause here. When you first enter a new level, if there is a ship piece on it to collect, it will give you a little pop-up right over the elevator and tell you so. If it doesn't, then your only real objective is to find the next elevator to go to the next level. If you stick around and uncover the map, you'll gain levels, which will increase your health bar. You'll find more presents, you'll find money, and you'll find food that you can heal yourself with. So there is a benefit to, walk around and look at everything, but your main objective is to just find the 10 ship pieces across the 25 levels. So that's why this game can be either short or long. It depends on where the levels, which levels spawn the ship pieces. So obviously if there's a ship piece on level 25, we've got to get all the way to that level. But you could conceivably find the 10 ship pieces within the first 10 levels, if you were lucky. Right. Roads always let you walk and move quicker. You're actually slowed down when you're on grass, so roads are always a good place. There's our first enemy. I don't know all of their names, they're in the manual. It's a devil enemy. He'll poke you with a pitchfork. There's no timer in this game, so you have as much time as you want. There's the elevator. We'll keep looking around here just for some presents. See how certain areas will uncover new pathways when you get close enough to them. This one just loops on itself. Find the telephones and they'll uncover a few of the tiles on the map automatically for you. There we go. So they might show you where a ship piece is or a elevator. There's a present up there and one over here. I don't think presents respawn, so if you leave a level and come back, if you've picked all the presents up, I think they remain picked up. You won't find any new ones. There's a piece of food, looks like pancakes. Some food is bad, and will actually take health from you. This level's just full of these devils. So these guys can poke you and they give you a little bit of knockback. They can knock you off of the cliff edge. There's money here. Money. This music gets stuck in your head. When you level up, you'll see like fireworks go off near you or all around you. Your name will change from Wiener to something else, and you'll get a longer health bar. Let's see if we're getting points here. We have 21 points. I'm curious if uncovering tiles gives you points or not. Uncover a few here. 23, looks like it does. So here, if you walk up to this, you say mail order, yes or no. You can pick presents to buy. Costs $3, $5, $4, and they're unidentified. We're not going to do that. Another present. Okay, we have 23 points. We either got that from uncovering the tile or from getting that food. 25, okay. So you do get points for uncovering the tiles. Okay. That item over there is a bad mushroom, I think is what it is. It'll take health away. I'm going to go uncover this other tile over here. Quick save. I can sneak past him. Yeah, you get a few chances before you completely fall off the ledge. He kind of wobbles. Anything down here? Nothing. Got the tile though. Alright, so we just need to head to the elevator over there now and leave. I'll use a present in the next level, one of the high tops. Come over here, dude. Doesn't want to get out of the way. It took one hit. It's okay. Game is just as I remember it. Still cool. Very catchy music. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of the music on the Genesis, but it's not bad in every game, but it's really good in this game. Alright, next level. Okay, no ship piece yet. Of course, as you get higher in the levels, they get more difficult. So I kind of tend to just walk around the edges of the map at first to fill out the edges. So now we're looking for the elevator again. Said I was going to use a present. Let's use the high top. So now if you hold the A button, you can run until it expires. If you run off ledges while you're using it, you'll do like a flying leap. Pretty cool. Looking for presents, looking for money, uncovering the map. So you can see the shoes on the left over there, they're flashing. Getting ready to run out. There's the elevator. So we just gained a level, so now we're Doofus. Bread's not good. There's another enemy, hamster in a ball. Another tip is while you're leveling up, it's usually good to get away from enemies because sometimes you'll stand still as you're leveling. Here's a hula girl. She'll make you dance if you get too close. And you can't move until he quits dancing. Enemies are killable. You can get a slingshot and oops, too many presents. So we're full on presents. You get a slingshot weapon and you can throw tomatoes at enemies as well. It can take a couple of hits to kill some of them. So yeah, we got full presents here. We don't know what any of these are except for the high tops. Keep looking around. Well, actually, let's not, because we're full on presents anyway. Let's go ahead and I'll follow the road at least. There's nothing that really tells you if there's presents left on a level or not. You can't see them on the map, and there's no indicator. So if you're low on presents or you want to use some, you kind of just have to go look for them. Okay. Almost got me. Guess we'll keep looking around this one since we're already doing it. Hula girl. We are gaining points, so not that the health really matters because we have unlimited lives, but still. Ah, here we go. So this person will, for $1, they'll fill your health back up. I wish they were on the map. That would be nice. The carrot man is the guy you really want to find, because he can identify presents for you. Can't move at all. Okay. Alright, we've uncovered most everything here. Not that it matters. Let's go. To level 4. I haven't played any of the other ToeJam Earl games in the series. I know the second game is a side-scroller. Okay, there's a ship piece here. It's a side-scroller. The third one, I think, is a 3D game. PlayStation 2, Xbox kind of deal. And then the fourth game is more like we're playing here, except it's a remake. Okay, so let's walk out. So now it says rocket ship piece on ToeJam's level. Okay. Stand here for a moment. Okay, so we'll stop this video here, guys. It's been 30 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video where we'll get further into the game. Thank you. Bye.